Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy D1 bringing you yet another YouTube video at this time. So basically what you guys see on your screen, Eternity Code has new Deep Sea theme reveal. So obviously looking at the picture, this is the adult version of Deep Sea Diva, and she got herself a synchro form, which is really cool. You know, of course, as a fan and as a player of Atlanteans, you know, this is exciting for me to see. You know, I was looking forward to some more Sea Serpent support for quite some time, and it's finally here. So with that being said, we have 5 cards to review. So there's 3 main deck, 1 synchro, and 1 spell and trap to go over. Alright, so let's get straight into it. So first card is Deep Sea Artisan. Level 1, Sea Serpent effect, 0 attack, 500 defense. Both his effects are hard once per turn. The first effect reads, if this card is added to the hand from the deck or graveyard, you can reveal this card and look at your opponent's hand. Second effect reads, if this card is special summoned, you can send a top card from your deck to the graveyard and target 1 level 4 or lower water monster in your graveyard, except another copy of itself, and special summon it when its effects are negated. So second card is Deep Sea Sentry. This card, first second effects are once per turns. If this card is sent to the graveyard to activate a water monster's effect, you can banish 1 card from your opponent's hand face up until the end phase. Second effect reads, if this card is special summoned, send the top 2 cards from your deck to the graveyard, then target 1 level 4 or lower water monster in your graveyard, except another copy of itself, and add it to your hand. Third card is a Deep Sea Minstrel. Water Sea Serpent, of course, 1200 attack, 1500 defense, also a tuner. First and second effects, hard once per turn. One effect reads, you can discard this card and one water monster to reveal your opponent's hand, and if you do, banish 1 card from there, face up until the end phase. Second effect reads, if this card is special summon, you can send the top 3 cards from your deck to the graveyard and target 1 level 4 or lower water monster in your graveyard, except another copy of itself, and place it on the top or the bottom of the deck. So now we have the synchro, of course. This is a Deep Sea Princess Prima Donna. Sea Serpent Synchro Tuner. Effect monster, 1500 attack, 2700 defense. Materials are generic. 3 effects. 1 and 3 effects all hard once per turns. First effect reads, you can target 1 of your opponent's banished cards, take 1 level 4 lower monster from your deck and either add it to your hand or special summon it. And if you do, add the target to your opponent's hand. Second effect reads, a synchro monster that will synchro summon using this card as material cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effect. Third and last effect reads, if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 banished card, shuffle it into the deck. So now last but not least, we have the spell card, pretty simple enough. Deep Sea Aria, normal spell, hard once per turn when you effect, banish 1 water monster from your graveyard, add 1 level 4 or lower Sea Serpent monster from your deck to your hand, obviously. So yeah, so let's break down these effects as I always do. So let's go into the first one. So basically they all have this effect that when special summon, they send the top cards from the deck to the graveyard to trigger certain effects. So, and they also have the ability to reveal, you know, your opponent's hand or just take cards from your hand in general. So you guys can already know how the hand loops and situations going with these cards, and Moon Glacier, the Elemental Lord, and Cypher Lord Omega and stuff like that. So basically, when this card is searched out from the hand or from the deck or graveyard, you can reveal this card and look at your opponent's hand. Obviously, getting information is really cool. You know, seeing what they got going on, so you can, you know, work your way around the cards, especially if they have hand traps, Nibiru, Ghost Dash, and stuff like that working for it, so you can, you know, plan your plays accordingly with the information that you got. And its effect when it's special summons, when you send a top card from your deck to the graveyard, water monster in your graveyard, and special summon with effects negated. So also, I'm assuming it's been confirmed that these are being sent as part of the water monster's effect, sort of like Gen X Undine. So the The water monsters effects that get sent to the graveyard, like the Atlanteans and stuff like that, they will trigger off these effects, which is pretty cool as well. So yeah, so being able to special summon a level 4 little water monster is really good. Setting up for link plays or whatever it is you happen to be doing at the time of activating this effect. Alright, so next card, Artisan. So this is, if it's sent by a water monster's effect, you can banish this card. Banish one card from your opponent's hand face up until the end phase. Meaning you don't get to look at it, but you can just straight take a card from your opponent's hand and banish it until the end phase. So obviously this is the name implies Deep Sea Sentry, so this is obviously the spell card Forceful Sentry in monster form. So it's really good. And its special summon effect sends the top 2 cards from your deck to the graveyard. Then target one level 4 little water monster in your graveyard, except another copy of itself added to your hand. So it gives you some consistency and keeping cards in your hand so that you can do further plays and stuff like that. Because you know how Atlanteans and Mermals do, they revolve around a lot about hand advantage. They pretty much discard everything from hand, so they don't have a lot of hand advantage. So their effects, they're basically like all in type, like you discard everything and set off different effects and then possibly OTK, whatever the case may be, so that's basically how it runs. So yeah, that's that. So Minstrel, discard this card and one water monster, which means this can essentially be a discard fodder for any of your other sentries, any of your other deep sea monsters and the Atlantean cards as well. So reveal your opponent's hand, and if you do, banish one card face up until the end phase. Of course, as with Sentry doesn't allow you to look at the hand, but this one does allow you to look at the hand and send something and banish it until the end phase. And its special summon effect sends the top 3 cards from your deck to the graveyard and target one level 4 a low water monster in your graveyard, except Minstrel, and place it on the top and bottom of the deck. So that's pretty cool. It allows you to stack your deck, for cards you may want to draw on your next turn to set up for plays. It's really solid. Now we have the Synchro with 3 effects. Target one of your opponent's banished cards and take one level 4 lower monster from your deck, add it to your hand, or special summon it, which means you can use either the Minstrel or the Sentry's effects, which will banish one card from your opponent's hand during the end phase. So it'll essentially set up for this first effect, which will allow you to use that banished monster to generate advantage through either searching or special summoning to the field, which is really good. But unfortunately, the opponent gets the card back. That I didn't understand. I guess you can kind of mess around with that. It's kind of sort of, but that's definitely a negative on that end. Otherwise, the second effect is a single monster super summon using this card of material cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effect. It's really good. You have its effect that's special summons another monster, so it pretty much sets up for its own second effect. So you can summon Omega by special summoning the level 1 Deep Sea, setting up its effect when it's special summoned. Or since it's 7/2, you can summon a level 9. And whatever the case may be, you can actually summon a level 3 to synchro into the White Aura Baphomet, or you can use the level 1 to synchro summon into the White Aura Whale. Meaning if you guys already know, those are the water synchro monsters that are the fish type, the new ones that were use summon to do other things. So yeah, with that said, let's go ahead and talk about the third effect. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target one banished card and shuffle it into the deck. So basically, anything you might have banished with the other 2 effects, Minstrel and Sentry, you can just shuffle those back to the deck. Or by the spell cards effect, which banishes from your graveyard to add a level 4 little water monster from your deck to your hand, so you can use that monster you banish off the search effect to shuffle that back into the deck to add an additional resource, to your deck for further plays. Alright, so that's that. So pretty much simple enough. Banish one Mono monster from your graveyard, add one level 4 lower Sea Serpent monster from your deck to your hand. So this basically searches the entire archetype of Deep Seas, it searches the Diva, it can search all of the Atlanteans, Dragoons, Heavy Infantry, Marksman, and Nectar Abyss. So it's a wide variety of level 4 lower Sea Serpent monsters that this card can search out. So it's really solid. Alright, so with that being said, let me know what you guys think of the new water support. I'm definitely looking forward to it. I've already been doing some play testing, so we'll see. I'll probably have some replays up for you guys sometime in the week or whenever I get a chance to get around. Alright, so I will leave that at that. So I'll be bringing you guys more videos in the meantime, but until then, peace, YouTube.